Okay, so I chopped up the potatoes, chopped up the broccoli. I ended up leaving one potato back because this one was pretty large, and that's a lot of potatoes because we're gonna be eating it with 2 cups of rice. So got my Black & Decker working hard. All right, so we're gonna season up our chicken. This is the combo I decided to go with. I just got this at Dollar Tree. I'm very excited to try it. It is the Tone's Ultimate Garlic Seasoning. It's really large chunks, so I like to put these in a marinade rather than just put it on the meat before I put it in the pan because those large chunks are gonna burn if they're not softened up. So I've got that. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of my buttery steak seasoning. This is from Dollar Tree. This is their version of the Kinder's Buttery Steak Blend. And then I think I'm just gonna do a little hit of lemon pepper. Let's see. And I don't really measure any of this. I'm just kind of throwing things in as I see fit. So, oh, this isn't even, not even open. All right, so we're gonna go in with that ultimate garlic. And yes, I'm using a plastic bag. This is one of my favorite things to do when I'm marinating any type of chicken or meat. And as you can tell, I love me some garlic, so I'm gonna go crazy with this garlic seasoning. If there wasn't enough garlic, I'm definitely gonna do some garlic salt here too. I love garlic, and this is garlic butter chicken after all. So we're gonna do our buttery steak seasoning. This I'm gonna go kind of heavy on because this is gonna be one of the main flavors that I want, as though I didn't go heavy on the garlic seasoning. But yeah, we're gonna have garlic all throughout here, so yummy. And this is what I love about the Purdue already cut up chicken. I can just toss all of that seasoning. If you can even hear me, I can toss all of the seasoning onto the chicken chunks in the bag. And this just helps everything get nice and incorporated. You see the seasoning is all over every little bite. I had filmed an intro, but honestly, it just, I don't know what happened. I guess my phone timed out or something like that, and it just got lost. So this is what I started in the beginning of the video. I've got some rice going in my rice cooker. It is, did I do a cup and a half? A cup and a half of jasmine rice with 3 cups of water. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. I did a pat of butter and a teaspoon of salt. The pat was about a tablespoon of butter. So all of that goes in the rice cooker, and it's gonna steam up. And this is what everything looks like once it's prepped up. I love assembling everything like this. Mise en place. It just, everything in its place. It's so easy once you get to cooking. So I've got my gold potatoes diced up. This is 4 medium-sized gold potatoes. I've got about, I don't even know, I didn't measure the broccoli, but y'all, I could eat broccoli until I'm green in the face. When I was pregnant with my son, broccoli was one of my biggest cravings, and I'm not pregnant with him anymore, but it is like, I love broccoli. You could never make me hate broccoli. I love broccoli. I could eat this whole plate on its own, and like, it's a very hefty portion. Look at that. That's a good amount of broccoli. So we're gonna steam this up. I'm getting my water simmering here, and we're gonna saute this up first, take it out of the pan, and then saute the potatoes in the butter that we sauteed our chicken in, and then marry everything together. And then we're gonna serve some steamed broccoli and some white rice with it as well. Now, normally I would cook in a cast iron skillet, but my cast iron skillet, I just don't want to get that dirty right now. I'm going to use a non-stick pan, and this just makes for easy cleanup. I'm all about easy tonight, honestly. I am busting out the trusty jar of bacon fat. Get off. There we go. I know that looked like a lot, but trust me, this is a lot of food we're going to cook that in. Let that get nice and hot. So you want your chicken in 1 layer, and you want to crank that heat up really nice and high because you want some good color on this. And always use wooden or plastic utensils when you are cooking with non-stick. We are not using metal in these pans. Yeah, so like normally man, I'm really disappointed in this rice. It is clumpy. Yeah, I know that's a lot of steam. It's clumpy. It's just not, I don't know. I don't know why I give these rice cookers a chance. Chicken's still looking good though. We're gonna flip that in a little bit. I wanna make sure that I brown this all on one side and don't touch it, and let the heat just go for about like 2-3 minutes. Get a nice brown. That's what's gonna make these taste so good. There you go, nice and brown. We're gonna keep letting that go. I flipped most of the pieces, and we're gonna keep letting that go until it is pretty much cooked through. It's funny, every time I brown a piece of meat or brown anything, I used to watch a lot of Food Network growing up, and I watched a lot of Chef Ann Burrell, and if you know, you know. Unfortunately, Chef Ann Burrell is no longer with us, but she always used to say, brown food tastes good. If she ain't lying, man, look at that. Ooh, yummy. So we took our chicken out, and we put that on a plate to rest, and we're gonna use all of this yumminess. We gave our potatoes a good little mix around, and now we're gonna add some of this The Works. Come on, focus. We're gonna focus. We're gonna add some of this The Works. This was from Dollar Tree as well. About that much is good. Let's see the focus. Oh goodness. There we go. I do have my son eating this, and he does not like a lot of pepper. So I am not going to go too heavy on that seasoning. I might add a little bit of salt afterwards, but we're going to let these saute almost like you would breakfast potatoes. Like you want to brown them up really nicely. And while those brown, we're going to get started on our broccoli. I'm going to do 1 heavy scoop of our pink salt. Our water is boiling, so we are going to drop this in and try not to make a mess. Yay! We're going to let this, I'm just so happy I didn't make a mess. We're gonna let this kind of steam and simmer like this for a couple of minutes, just to kind of blanch it a little bit and take that initial bite off of it, and also bring out that beautiful green color and add some flavor from the salt and the water. Not gonna lie, kind of getting impatient, and I have not made a long form video in a very long time, so I'm gonna add these potatoes in with this chicken. Saute that all together, serve it with some steamed broccoli, and most disappointing rice out of our rice cooker ever. I will probably never use the rice cooker again. This came out terrible.